Hi, Elle.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. What a wonderful film.
Thank
How
you.
do you feel when you listen to Bob Dylan's music?
Wow, I've been a fan of Bob Dylan actually for a very long time. I first discovered his music when I was 13. I worked with Cameron Crowe and he would play Buckets of Rain over and over again on set. And I didn't know who he was at the time. And I asked Cameron, I'm like, who is this? Like this music? And he told me what albums to listen to. And I became kind of quickly obsessed. But I mean, he is the poet of our lifetime. And these songs, they've they've lasted and they're so beautiful. And he's had so many different phases in his career as well. But he's ever kind of changing and evolving, and to be surrounded by so much music on set. I mean, everyone was singing live and playing their own instruments, and it was very emotional because the songs hold so much feeling.
Yeah, and in a kind of way, you're now a little part of Bob Dylan's story. How do you feel, or what does it mean for you that your path crossed?
It really means a lot. Like I said, I really was such a fan. I had like posters of Bob Dylan on my wall growing up. It sounds like fake, but it really is true. So in so many ways, when I got this call, I felt like I had kind of manifested getting this part because I was so he was such a big part of me growing up. Um, and also to be able to play, I play Sylvie in the movie, who's based on Suze Rotolo, who was Dylan's first girlfriend, and she's famous for being on the Freewheelin' album cover with him in the snow. And so to get to kind of bring her story to light, which is a story that not a lot of people know. She's the least famous of the group. She didn't play any instruments or she didn't sing with him, but her relationship with him was so important and she inspired him in so many different ways. So I felt honored to get to bring that relationship to the screen.
Yeah, and I empathized so much with her. What did you learn by this conflict between love, st always standing in the background, and the balance?
Yeah, I think that was kind of the challenge of also playing her because I didn't want to just slip into the easy, oh, the girlfriend part who's just jealous and, pining after him. I mean, I think that there had to be a depth that was created there with the relationship. She's really there out of a purity of heart and she does love him, but there is, I guess, instead of a jealousy, it's just more of a longing for him to be close and to open up to her throughout the story. And at the end, there's such a strength inside her. She's really built the confidence to be able to walk away from someone that she loves so much. Um, and yeah, it was really working with Timmy, honestly, and carving out this relationship. I mean, obviously it spans like 4 years of their life together. So there is inevitably a growth and conflict there. But I'd worked with Timothy before, so I already knew him. So I think it made it easy to have that rapport and there was a safety there and comfortability. And we're very kind of silly together and there's a warmth. So I think that was nice, especially for the earlier years in the movie to show their youth and, the spirit. Especially, I mean, Sylvie too captures so much of the spirit of the 60s and that time. She was an activist, very politically involved, and she was a painter in her own right. And so I wanted to make sure that I gave her, all the dimensions that I could.